Good day, podcast community. I'm Pete Kane, alias Podcast Pete. So we have what I think is a relevant topic, but I'm going to give you 3 lessons from this. Why did Kamala lose and Trump took the swing states? 3 things. You can agree with it, or you can put some comments below and give me your opinion. But here we go. All right. You have to be battle tested. Kind of a play on words too. Why did you lose the battle states? You weren't battle tested. Now, what do I mean by that? All right, in life and in business, anything you do, you're going to go through adversity, just the way it is. I've gone through more than my fair share growing up, dyslexic, ADD, suicidal, ideology, stroke, divorce, depression. I could go on and on. So one could say you're battle tested. Now, I've gone bankrupt. I've failed at businesses. I've been fired. I've quit jobs. I'm broke financially, not mentally. So my goal is a big one because I've been battle tested. Battle tested. She was never battle tested. Did she go through a primary process? No. Did she rise through the ranks with her good looks? Yes. That will only get you so far. And she rode the train for a long time. But then that train crashed. Now, let's look at the other side. Was Trump battle tested? You better believe he was. 2 attempted assassinations. 2 impeachments. Numerous lawsuits that were frivolous. Nothing had any merit to it. But what was he doing? He was changing our whole country, our entire country. He'll go down as the best president ever. Time, as they say, will tell. You may not believe it, and you're entitled. Well, I don't know. You can think whatever you want to think. But legacy media has been destroyed. Wiped out. It's going down like a rocket goes up. And you're seeing the most important shift in your lifetime. I'm 67, so I've seen a few cycles. And this coming up right now, what's happening is the biggest transition you'll ever see in your lifetime. Technology's driven it, but you're looking at the Personal Development Podcast. I put it on there because if you want to succeed in life and business, you need personal development. You need Growth Day. You need Brendan Bouchard, who's leading the charge. Growth Day, 500,000 people and growing, and it hasn't even started. It's the most impressive personal development. It's a Netflix of personal development. But let me get back to Trump. Did he ever get anything filed against him in a most competitive work environment, New York? Was he a racist when he was building an empire? I've never seen anything. But the day he went down the escalator, did he make a transformational, become a different person? No, of course not. But the media saw him as a threat. And what did they do? They labeled him. And people can label whatever they want about you. You are the only one that can determine who you are. So he's been battle tested and he won with a landslide. And that is even more impressive because he won the popular vote. He won every swing state. He won every American that was paying attention. And here's the thing. How did she get so many votes? When you're breaking a system that had been established for many, many years, do you think it just happens? No, it doesn't. It takes time. So the people that voted for her were just voting for against Trump, wanted a woman to be in there, which the women run the world. Look, I got 2 sisters, 2 daughters, 5 granddaughters. I am absolutely, the sixth sense of women is something us guys don't have. So they will run the world, but not right now, at least in the presidential sense. So look at what they're doing in business. Anywhere you look, women are crushing it. And the culture wants to put the thumb on guys, but don't let them do it. Everybody has unlimited potential if they just go inside and grow every day, like personal development, like growth day, like being the best every single day you can be. And the next point, I could labor for 30 minutes on the battle tested, but the next one is transparency. Who was transparent? Who wasn't? Okay. One did not go on podcast with the idea of letting people get to know you. That one podcast that I saw, I forget some, I'll remember it, but well, you know which one it was. They spent $100,000 on the set, had to give her the questions, all this stuff, scripted and trying to control the narrative. What did Trump do? He went on all kinds of podcasts. Joe Rogan, 3 hours. Was that scripted? No. You got to see the person. If you've ever listened to Joe Rogan, he doesn't hold back. He asks you anything and everything. Why is he number one? Because he's transparent. He is good at what he does. And he challenges every guest with whatever direction he wants to go in. 3 hours he was on that podcast. America got to see more of Donald Trump than they got to see of Kamala Harris because she opted not. And you heard things like, couldn't work her busy schedule. Busy schedule? What the heck was she busy doing? Manipulating? Yes, she was. You can't get on a podcast that has viewership like Joe Rogan. You're scared. Her team was scared. Everybody was scared. Who is she? Well, she rode through the ranks without being battle tested. And it showed. Because the market will promote you or expose you. Well, in her case, it exposed her. You won't see anything from her anymore. Nothing. I don't even think people give her the big speech thing because I can't understand what she's saying. America couldn't understand what she was saying. Word salad was stuck because it was true. You would scratch your head when you would hear an explanation. What the heck was she saying? Nobody knew. Nobody knew what she stood for. So the majority of the votes were against Trump because he's a little bit out there. He tells you what he thinks. And people don't like that. He's breaking up legacy media. He goes straight at you. He's from, hey, look, New York, you think you can be, I'm here in Atlanta, Southern hospitality in New York, no chance. It'll eat you alive. So you got to be aggressive. You got to be bold. You got to just you have to be good. Again, the market will expose you or promote you. If you can take that home, be transparent with who you are, and embrace your battle scars, because every single person goes through storms. Every single person. Your business will go through storms, because entrepreneurship is not for everybody, but it is for people that don't mind scars, don't mind failing, don't mind being battle tested, don't mind learning, growing. So when you're an entrepreneur, you look in the mirror, and whatever you create that day, you get. There's no paycheck. It's whatever you create. Now, if you're working for somebody else, there's a paycheck every Friday or whenever you're paid. You could do nothing that day. You're still going to get paid. But as an entrepreneur, you're staring your paycheck in the mirror. And when you stare your paycheck in the mirror, you better deliver. Because if you don't deliver, you get nothing. That's why it's so hard. That's why 80% of the businesses fail that first year or something like that. It's a big number. I don't know if it's 80. I heard Michael Gerber talk about that. Maybe it's a little bit less in the last 10 years than it was. But we're getting into the most powerful transformation that you and I have ever seen in our lifetime. It's driven by technology. It's driven by personal growth. It's driven by AI, because AI is simply a tool that's so powerful. It's like driving a Porsche, and you're going to be competing. The ones that don't embrace it will be driving a tricycle. And you just can imagine if you're going across country in a Porsche versus a tricycle, who's going to get to LA first? Sure isn't going to be the tricycle. If you're on the busy bus, and I've done a few podcasts on that, most are distracted. Most on a bus that just goes somewhere. And you can be on that bus distracted, or you can get on a plane and have purpose. When you have a purpose plane, you get there faster. You know where you're going. Because when you buy a ticket, if you're in Atlanta and you buy a ticket to LA, it's to get to LA. When you get on a bus and you're going across the country, it stops every major city, every major port. May get there in, I don't know, months. I don't know how long it takes to get across the country, but it ain't quick. So get on the purpose plane and off the busy bus. And for people that are transparent, honest, deliver value, they're going to win in this new transformation. That's why you'll hear people talk about the value of podcasting. I just was on a coaching call with a client of mine. Wonderful, wonderful, unbelievably incredible person. She's a vice president of a major insurance company, crushing it. And we were talking about AI. And she said, well, and we were talking before that about podcasts. I said, well, there's a million podcasts. Yes, there is a lot. But that's because the market is wanting it. The market wants the experts to bring unfiltered information of value, as opposed to the controlled nature of the media. The media is done. You're seeing some media understanding that. Some don't. Look at NPR. NPR has been around for a number of years. Controlled message. Dying. Probably be defunded. That's what you want to do. Defund that, not the police. My gosh, they're the heroes of our economy. They're the heroes of our community because they're protecting us. They're establishing law and order, which it's been an absolute disaster the last 4 years. And it was leading up to that. It just got so much worse. You don't have open borders. There's no, hey, look, we can't take millions and millions of people. The pressure it puts on every part of society can't handle it. Schools can't handle it. The facilities can't handle it. We spent $1.5 billion on illegal immigration. 1.5 billion. Let's put it in our seniors. Let's put it in our veterans. What if we put that money in people that have earned it? A senior has worked all their life. I lived in a senior facility. I saw you want to be celebrated. You want to have the resources. Let's put it in seniors. And then, obviously, our veterans. They protected you. They came to your side. They put their life on the line for you. Because take care of them. Now we're going to see a change in everything come the 20th. Can't get here any sooner. And when that Trump train, it's already out of the station, and it is, you can either get run over or you can jump on the train. Either one, your choice. It's always your choice. You want to grow and scale your business by 10x? Your choice. You want to be transparent and be honest and let people know who you are? Your choice. You want to be controlled and only say what you want people to hear? Your choice. But podcasting is only scratching the surface because it's going to grow like, I don't know, like radio did back then. I don't know what to even compare it to. There's nothing you can compare it to because it's going to grow that fast, that quick. So, the last one, I promised you 3 lessons. Vision. She had no vision. Donald Trump has a vision. Make America great. What did she say? I don't know what I'm going to put price controls in and control the price gouging of the food companies. Something like that. I'm sorry, but price controls don't work. The market works. That was her plan. Another thing I think I heard, something like 100 million people will get something. How are you going to do it? Just words, empty words. Empty words. I look for action. What are you doing? Words are cheap. Word salads are even cheaper. But words are cheap. Action. Donald Trump, action. Put together a team that's never been put together before. People that were traditionally Democrat mindsets came over. And you know all the people. Now they're on the Trump train. America will be great again, will lead again. And you got to have a leader. And everybody was trying on the left side of the aisle to tear it down. Well, hate to tell you, but you lost. And I'm competitive and I love it. So, but you got to have vision. You got to have a purpose in life. You got to have a purpose for your business. You got to have a purpose for everything you do. And that's vision. Purpose. Show up every day. Make every day great. I have a philosophy because of a stroke is every day I show up like it's my last. Because one day I'm going to be right. And until then, I show up every single day with the mindset that today could be my last day. And you have to, if you embrace that, your relationships are stronger, your business is stronger, because we live in this fear. One shoulder, let me see. Yeah. One shoulder, fear. Other shoulder, courage. Which one are you feeding? You feed the fear, it owns you. You feed the courage, you're bold. You do things because you believe in it and you know that'll move forward. Lean into your whatever it is. I love what Brendan said, be done by one. Prioritize your day to be done by one. Done by one. I love it. So I get up at between 2 and 3 every day. Every day. Because I'm done by one. And so I put in a full day before one of priorities. So I think it's, let me think. Oh, I got to get this down. DPA thing. DPA, it's has to do with, oh, geez, let me get this thing. I just wrote it down. Haven't gotten it down yet, but I will because you get better every day. Okay, it's daily prioritize action. Daily prioritize action. So you're always creating a priority. What's your priority now? That way you get things done. You have action. So your vision, as we get into the most powerful transition in our lifetime, I'm going to give you a little gift here. Let me see if I can go to it here. Hold on. Wait, I will. Here we go. I'm going to give you, oh, nope, that's not it. Nope, hold on here. I'm going to give you my masterclass. 10 steps to scale and grow your life and your business. That's petekane.me/masterclass. Go and see our ecosystem, our steps. And in the steps, since we're talking about technology, well, no, let me go, hold on here. Take the assessment, petekane.me. Take an assessment because that's our first step. So if you want to be on the podcast, take an assessment. I got to know you. If I can know you, I can have a better podcast. So take the assessment. The other thing is, come on there. I know it's on here somewhere. No. Oh, dang. I got to put it in a better place. Oh, yeah. Nope. Can't do it. I don't see it. Oh, no. Yeah, maybe not. Okay. Let me see. Hold on here. Oh, I was talking about Growth Day. So you can try it for 7 days. Go to petekane.me/growth day. The best you could ever do is investing in yourself. And if you invest $50 a month in yourself, you'll be a different person, period. You'll be able to set goals. You'll be able to get daily fires from Brendan Bouchard. Google him. He's the best in the industry. This community, and it's like Netflix of personal development, is 500,000 people and growing like crazy because it delivers value. He talks to you every day. I specifically set aside in his journal a category for daily fire, and I put him down because it goes away at midnight and he starts another one. So he gives you a framework of 20 plus years in personal development every day. Now, this guy, if you want to hire him, is $1 million. You get him every day for $49 a month. Plus, you get 8 incredible, multi-million-dollar, incredible people who are going to teach you on a topic. You will be absolutely blown away with the value. I did it. I lost track of them for 10 years, I think. I was in LA one day with a client, and she had invited me to go up to San Francisco and hear this guy named Brendan Bouchard. I said, heck, I'm on the West Coast, might as well. She invited me up there, went to his weekend event, was blown away. It was incredible. It was incredible. Lost track of him for years. I was only listening to the Ed Milet podcast, and Brendan was his guest, and he mentioned something called Growth Day. Man, that's weird. He has an app. He has a personal development app. I go on there. I look at it. At the time, it was 14 days. So I try it, blown away, start, upgrade to a pro plan. Well, it's like $500 a year. I get access to everything. I then hire a certified high-performance coach. I then go get my high-performance certification, which wasn't inexpensive, but it was worth every penny times 100. I meet a guy who has a PhD in human behavior, and he is a high-performance coach. I hire him and get incredible results. And the journey goes on and on and on. One, because I've started with personal development. I'd always been in personal development. I have more books and listened to more books on tape and more audibles. I think I have right now 74 audibles in my 74 books in my audible. Listen to them all the time. So anyway, that's where I am today. So I want to encourage you, and I have one more thing to offer you, a free course. And I'm going to go to, it's below this, but I'm going to put it up here because we have a podcast academy, but I had to get to it. But here is a mini course on AI. You got to know it. You absolutely positively need to know AI. Because if you don't, you're going to be riding a tricycle and everybody's going to be in a Porsche. You want that slow tricycle or do you want that fast Porsche? Your choice. But if you don't take action now, every day you're going to be losing years and years on the competition. So you can't delay. Well, you can. It's your choice. I remember when Jeff kept saying, hey, are you doing anything with AI? I said, no, I'm too busy. I'm too busy doing busy work, podcasting. I was too busy. But then I took the time because he kept asking me and kept pushing me. Then I did. I was putting a course together. And I put in there the information to develop the framework for the course, 12-week course. It put it together in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. It would have taken me weeks, months, probably never would have done it because it wasn't my skill set. I'm not like a written word. Being dyslexic, it's a different type of mindset. It's powerful. I was on a podcast and I heard it's 20% are dyslexic. Didn't know it was that high, but I do know the people solving the problems of the world are dyslexic because they think of it differently. They solve problems. They think differently. And when you think differently, you get things done. So I go to strategy. That's just mine. I love it now, but I didn't love it when I was growing up before technology hit in. And that's a subject for another day. So just go to pkane.me/AI. Get Jeff's course. You can search him, Jeff Bourgeois. Go on LinkedIn. That's where that's his primary place where he creates value. So if you're not on LinkedIn, go on LinkedIn, get on LinkedIn and start to learn about it from somebody that's gifted beyond belief. And he's going to help you with a free course, free mini course. Of course, he has a paid option, but what you get for free will blow your mind. Then you have to say, do I want to invest in myself? And if you do, that'll be the best decision you'll ever make. And the theme of all this is personal development. Invest in you. Invest in listening to podcasts. Invest in Growth Day. Invest in AI. Invest in a free assessment, because that's the number one. Let me go back up here. Take that free assessment. That's the number one step. That's Daniel Priestley. Google him and see what you see. You'll be blown away, because he understands the transformation. He understands scaling. He understands 10x growth. He understands lifestyle. He understands what's happening. He's way ahead of the curve with people that need to create a digital footprint out there. This podcast here will always be up. So it's a digital asset. And that's what you have to think about. I will ask people to always search their name. And I say, then search my name. What's the difference? There's a gap. Besides Daniel Priestley. When you search his name and my name, it's a gap. But it's a gap in his favor, not mine. But if the people I know aren't at that level. So the people I hang out with, they don't see right now the digital transformation. They don't see a digital footprint. They don't see assets. So they think that a LinkedIn profile and a website is going to be all you need. No, you need a 7-11-4. That's a Daniel Priestley model. Actually, it's Roger, I don't remember his last name, but people have to consume 7 hours of you. They have to make 11 buying signals. They have to see you on 4 different platforms. Just Google 7-11-4, Daniel Priestley. You'll understand it more. And you should, because come next year, and we're almost there, it's a race. It's a race. Absolute race you want to win. And you win it by investing in you. Learning about AI. Investing in Growth Day. Investing in yourself in anything you do. You invest in yourself, you'll be the best investment you'll ever make in your life. So, go take the assessment, and if you have anything you want to, let me see, I think I have it here. support@petekane.me. If you want to get a hold of us, you can do that. Okay. So thank you so much. If this is something you feel is of value to people you know and love and care about, and they want to be on the cutting edge of this major transformation, share this with them. And like us, I guess they always say like, whatever, subscribe and like, whatever that is. Thank you so much. I'm Pete Kane. Be bold, make an impact, and have